People think men are hard to please. They're so easy to please. You just listen to them all day and make them feel good about themselves, and they're just like open.
Give us like 3 must-dos if you want a man to
When you first meet him,
Yeah.
how's your mental? Did you eat? How's your relationship with your parents or your kids? Do you need me to help you with anything? That's it. Like every day.
And they're in love at that point.
Oh, what? As long as you're consistent.
Yeah.
Let me go to Rocky. Rocky, what's your ideal type in a woman?
Subjugated, mute, knows her role, non-engaging, non-challenging, and can still earn a few bucks. This clown over here talks about this woman.
Refrain from name calling, but yeah.
Okay. I'm saying what real men want. Subjugated, quiet, know your role, know your position. Don't talk to me unless I inquire. That's pretty much it.
What do you want, like a woman from the mental ward? Or
I thought he was talking to me, man.
You should be quiet.
I'm sorry, Mr.
No, I mean it's okay. It's okay for you to ask, but not in like in a demeaning way or anything.
No, I think he should be quiet because everything he said is garbage.
Well, I would like clarification. So if you want your woman to be that way, what way are you going to be, Rocky? How are you going to? Because you do want a woman, right? So how are you going to serve her?
Okay, but how don't you get what I just said? What is your name?
Pointer. Yeah.
You don't get what I said. I said subjugator. So if somebody's subjugated, someone has to do the subjugating.
So you're going to be the one doing the talking.
Absolutely. If I need someone to shut up, then my role is to talk. I don't know how you don't get that. But if you get this show on again, maybe you should do a little pre-screening about women who know their role of what a woman is.
A lot of men like women, but they don't like feminine energy. Because feminine energy leans on masculine energy, and you need to be masculine to be able to deal with that shit. Because let's think about it. At the surface, a woman is very playful. She's very intuitive. She's very empathetic. There's so many things to love about a woman at the surface. But after all of those things, she then goes to being vulnerable. And then she surrenders. And then she leans on a man. She then depends on a man. She then becomes insecure about her man. She then becomes emotional about her man. And those are all qualities that a real masculine man should be able to deal with. Because when you masculine, you don't mind communicating because you're ambitious. And when you're ambitious, you're goal-driven, you're action-driven, you're doing-driven. So if you have real ambition towards taking care of the woman that's around you, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing but another challenge. But masculinity is confused as being these big dog, macho man-ass people. No, masculine energy is all predicated on feminine energy. And if you can't deal with feminine energy, then you're not really that masculine. Masculine ain't no macho man shit. It's being able to be the problem solver for all of the problems that the feminine have. And that's what the feminine energy is, being the problem solver for all of the problems that the masculine have. So it goes hand in hand. But I do feel like there's a lot of lust attached towards women rather than love attached to women, because if there was real love there, then you wouldn't have no issue dealing with a woman's qualities when she really taps into them. So if you don't like feminine energy, then you're just not masculine, and that's just
men want to be respected, and guess what, we prefer respect over love. If you don't respect us, we automatically think you don't love us.
You want to know what's crazy? I'm gonna let you go, but
Go ahead.
my ex, I actually reached out to him and apologized because in our relationship, I didn't understand that men prefer respect over love. I really thought, I love you, I do all this, but I was losing respect in the relationship for things that were happening. And I realized later on, like, damn, all he wanted was respect. And when I got into a relationship after that with a man that I respected at the time, I realized the difference. I realized how that man operated when I was giving him that respect, when I was making him feel so manly, and I was, I was letting him lead, and I was listening to him, and I wasn't undermining him. I wasn't emasculating him. It made a huge difference in my relationship. And it took Jen on one of our episodes a while ago, season 1, to actually break that down and say that men prefer respect over love. And then I've just started realizing that. And I'm like, damn, you just got to respect a man. And that's why, ladies, if you don't respect a man, let him move on and get with a broad that will respect him. Period. Like, because you're doing him a disservice and you're doing yourself a disservice. Because the difference of how a woman acts in a relationship when they respect a man versus when they don't is extremely huge. We are completely different women when we respect a man and when we don't respect a man. Because I have been in both situations, and I am much more soft and submissive when I respect you. And that man is operating as his highest self when he's getting.
Many times, both men and women are found debating about what men really want. And I would like you guys to watch the full video, and then after that, share your thoughts in the comment section about this.
Ladies, do not fall for the lies that these men tell you. Oftentimes, men will always brag about how they want the woman that nobody's touched, nobody's been seen with, that is extremely exclusive, blah, 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 that nobody's ever had before, only to go date the woman that has been known to be with multiple different men, sometimes even their friends, that have been seen publicly with different men that they know, or even men that they don't know. And yet they still lie to women and say that they want the women that have never been seen, that have been super exclusive. Yet these men will run to the same women that they just complained about as soon as they get some money. Why is that? Men love to compete with other men. Men love to challenge other men to go get the girl that everybody has had, or to go get the girl that is super exclusive in that way. So when they say exclusive, they mean that only certain men have dealt with them. Classic example of this is Lori Harvey, Kim Kardashian. These same men that claim that they don't like the women that have been seen out with other men, that they want a woman that nobody knows about, that's low key. They're lying, ladies. As soon as they get some money, they're gonna run right over to the women that are super highly desirable. Half of the time, it's not even about the woman at all. Half of the time, it is because they want to brag that they got that woman. And this is exactly why I try to tell women, you need to be dating for what men bring to the table, because sometimes these men are only trying to obtain you just to raise their value in another man's eyes. It has nothing to do with the women at all. These men love to brag about who they have on their arm. Date men with resources. You are leveling up his image. You are making him the winner amongst his other male competitors. So with that being said, ladies, don't listen to these men when they say, oh, I want the low-key girl, the girl that doesn't go outside. I want the girl.
One thing that I learned through dating my boyfriend, who is now my husband, is that when a man wants you, he makes it so ridiculously clear and obvious, almost to the point where you have to tell him to slow down. Okay? You have to tell him to slow down, or it can be almost to the point where you're overwhelmed because you're so used to the dating anxiety of trying to figure out how a man feels about you. He doesn't call when he says he's going to call. Y'all had a date scheduled, but he didn't say anything the day of. It's a whole bunch of gray area. Please listen to me when I say this. The gray area means he does not want you like that, because there is nobody, and I mean nobody, that is clearer and more obvious and clear than a man who has decided that he wants you and he wants you to be his wife. I promise you, you do not have to beg. You don't have many questions, because he's answering those questions before you ask them. He's telling you, we go together. You're not having to ask if we go together. You're not having to ask, so when are we going to get married? He's already making plans in his head of how he's going to do this. His joy is in making you happy, and is bringing you joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is completely different, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to the point where it's almost a little scary, okay? There's times where you're going to have to tell him, babe, I can't talk, I'm at work. And it is a beautiful thing when a man is in love. So just trust and believe that there are men who are very intentional about their pursuit. There's confusion, take it as a no, because when a man wants you, he will make it very.
Different kinds of men like different kinds of women, but there's one thing that they all want.
They all have it in common. Some like a classy woman, some like trashy women, some like sporty women, some like posh women. You get my drift. And that one thing is they want the woman that they got into the relationship with to never change. And I'll explain. When men get into a relationship, they like you or love you as you are. They're not looking at future potential, okay? They want you the way that you are. That is the one thing that they want to never change. So it will be either your appearance, your personality, your social status, or possibly your maternal, how maternal you are. If any of those things change, he's on to the next. And I'm very, with my full chest, gonna tell you, this is very specific to your looks. If you get into the relationship and you're nice and petite and fit, and all of a sudden you have kids, you let yourself go, you gain that happy weight, he's not gonna be happy with that. Because again, when you enter the relationship, that is how he wants you to stay. I'm not saying this is fair. In fact, it's kind of effed up, because as women, our bodies are as women, I just saw something. Our bodies are constantly changing, okay? And especially once we have kids. This is why a lot of men will cheat during pregnancy and when we're in postpartum. And it absolutely sucks because we are so vulnerable at that point. Like, we literally cannot help that we gained weight to have a healthy child. But they cannot compute. They want you to literally get off of that table from being either cut open or pushing out that kid and be like, snatched. It's just the unfortunate truth. So I'm telling you right now, if you change in any way of the previous things that I mentioned, it will end badly. There will be a divorce. There will be a breakup. Men want you to stay the exact way that you are. And this includes morality. So if you're going into the relationship thinking, oh, I'm such a chill girl, I'm so chill, and then all of a sudden you become strict on his ass, he's not gonna like it, because that is not who he got into a relationship with. Stop getting into relationships pretending that you're somebody else. Be crazy right off the jump. Let him know. You take it or you leave it. I love you.
Ladies, this is what all gents want. Now, it may surprise you but let me be real with y'all. All gents want a crazy girl. I'll say it again. All gents want a crazy girl. I'm telling you, crazy girls are attractive, guys. She must have a couple of screws missing, bruh. You know how sexy that is. All gents want a crazy hun. I'm telling you, bruh.
And I think in today's society, categorizing what women want and what men want is also making relationships hard. Because in most cases, people are not compassionate enough to make decisions based on what they think, what they feel about their partners. They just copy ideas of what a man wants, and they exercise these ideas in their relationships, which is making it hard. Because in most cases, I think it's best for people to act as human beings in a relationship. Act according to the situation, not according to what society is telling you. And all in all, I believe that in a relationship, we have to be treating each other as human beings, and we have to understand that whatever we want as human beings, other human beings want it too. When we understand that, I think we can be able to give our partners what they really want in a relationship. And sometimes people may be saying that every particular individual wants something different sometimes, but you have to understand that if you really again know that every human being needs what exactly you also want, you will understand how to deal with different individuals in a relationship. Because when you see your person demanding for something that you really don't understand and that person wants it, I think as a human being, you'll also be able to relate with that person. And when you relate with that person, you'll be able to give them what they want in a relationship. As simple as that. Because when you don't relate with your partner as a human being, you'll end up failing to give them what they want as human beings in a relationship. let's forget about what men want. Let's forget about what women want. We have to focus on what human beings want. So if you are in a relationship and you have your partner and maybe their physical appearance is no longer the same, or maybe they're not behaving the same, and you feel like it's really affecting you in a negative way, you need to understand that you need to figure out with your partner how you can work it out, how you can feel better in this situation, even if this is going on. And by talking to your partner, you can be able to talk things out and to understand how you can cope with this change in a relationship. And what does that mean in this explanation? It means that human beings want compassion. Human beings want to be understood. And that's what people have to understand all the time. Instead of focusing on what men want, let's focus on knowing what human beings want. Because when we focus on that, I think we can do better in relationships. People will be happier in relationships. But in this video, there is a lady who said that men want women to stay the same in a relationship forever in life. And she went on to explain that men want women to behave the same way in the relationship forever. She said men want a woman to stay looking the same physically in the relationship forever. And it's really not realistic, like she explained too, because women give birth to children. Of course, their physical appearance may not look the same in a relationship. I have also seen some people in this video who are saying that men want respect. And I realize that this is common sense in most cases. Human beings want respect. And I think it is not hard to understand that. And in most cases, people should understand that if someone is not respecting you, it means that this person does not value you. This person does not think you're important in their lives. And I think it's just simple. Human beings want respect. And if someone does not give you the respect, it means that someone does not value you, someone does not want you as a person, someone does not love you. And simple as that. Meaning we should not just say that it's only men who want respect. All human beings want respect. Women and men want respect. And if you are in a relationship and you are a woman or you are a man, of course, you will want respect from your partner. And if they're not respecting you, you will not feel good about it. I've got to notice in most cases, whenever I see people talking about what men want, most of the things that men want are similar in a way with what women want. And I've come to a conclusion that in most cases, we have to understand men and women are human beings. And in most cases, human beings want the same thing. The only difference is that people have different personalities. That's it for today, guys. If you have anything to add on this topic, you can share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And it's been your girl, Joan. As always, I would like to wish you a wonderful day. Take care of your beautiful lives. Until next time, I love you. Bye.